cast. Everyone we saw in there has dual identities. One person that we saw, you've not yet revealed who the identity is. Can you tell us if one of those people is actually going to be revealed as someone else this season?
Yes, we will be revealing
Dr. Will. We're excited, but we're not going to tell you.
Who do you think? Monstro! Maybe, I don't know. All right, let's meet him. Let's bring him out. I'm so excited to talk to you. She plays the lovely and innocent Miss Emma Swan, Ginnifer Morrison. He plays the handsome, charming David Enfield, starring Josh Dallas. She's been known to sing with birds and cavort with little men. Ginnifer Goodwin, who plays and the dreaded, dark, sinister, evil queen, Lana Parilla. This next woman we're going to get to see more of. She has a little streak of red in her every week. Little red, Meghan Ory. And I have a feeling there is several sets of superfans out there for this next series regular. We loved her as Claire, and we're going to love her even more as Belle. Emilie de Ravin. All right, guys, this is the best looking cast on television, I think, first of all. You know, a lot of shows attempt musical episodes, some better than others. We had a great Buffy one. I love the Grace one. And this show, I think, lends itself to a musical episode more than any other. What about doing that? And who on the panel, who on the cast sings?
Josh Dallas.
Yeah, we can do a musical episode.
It's really nice. Keep asking.
I think we'd like to do a musical, but on ice.
On ice. So, big question we've been getting out there in the Once Upon a Time universe is, I think we all believe once the curse was broken that everybody would just simply go back to fairy tale land, yet they didn't. What's up with that?
That's an excellent question, Will.
And I would be asking that too, and I wonder if we will find that out. I guess we'd have to watch season 2.
Yeah, I really hope we discuss that.
But by the way, everyone says go back to, but we don't know if there's anything to go back to.
I mean, the last thing we saw was a curse rip through a castle, wrecking destruction. Who knows if there's anything there?
Well, guys, you start filming actually on Monday, right?
Yes.
So I know that you're under orders to keep things quiet, but you got the scripts when?
A couple days, he says we got scripts. Last week. Yeah.
And what went through your mind as you were reading them? Were you, this is what I thought it would be, or whoa, or did you call each other?
All of the above?
Yes, all of the above.
I mean, I never could have conceived of the brilliance that is the first couple of scripts. But I will say that as an audience member, it's exactly what I would want to see. It's more than you could ever hope for.
I have a question about the names. In the very last episode, Snow and Charming called each other by their fairy tale names. Are we not going to hear the names Regina and David? Or is they going to all call each other?
Well, one of the things that we do explore is what does it mean that they spent all these cursed years as these characters. We're not completely deleting that part of their lives. So the Davids and the Mary Margarets and the Reginas are all a part of who they are now. And that's something we explore.
There's a lot of sorting out to do.
Well, Ginnifer, one of the big questions that people ask is if we're going to meet Emma's foster parents, the people who raised her, if that's even significant.
Well, I mean, I find it significant. I don't know. I mean, we don't know from the first 2 scripts if that's going to happen, and I guess that depends on what they decide in terms of the structure of the show, and if we're going to see Emma's past the way we've seen other characters' past in fairy tale land or not. But I think that would, you know, it's obviously really affected who she is as a person.
Yeah, you know.
I'm much more interested in who Henry's father is.
Yeah. So, give us, I've actually spiked the one with vodka, so give us some hints. Break up and give us some hints on when we might, who it could be, where he might be.
It might be Sneezy.
As for when,
It's definitely not
season
Dopey.
2.
Season 2, okay, that's good.
Yeah, I mean,
so it will
we
be
are-
revealed.
We can definitively say that in season 2 you will find out the identity of Henry's father.
Awesome. Jennifer, do you have a guess, an inkling? Just what would you, if you had a guess?
I know. Do? I know.
Give it up, girlfriend.
His name's Jeff. He lives in a suburb outside Chicago. It's not a big deal. It's
Wow.
a one-time thing.
So how do you think we'll respond when we find out?
I think that I think people will be very excited to see that storyline play out for sure once they find out.
When did you find out, actually?
We kind of discussed it really early on. I mean, in the pilot process, the sort of conception of who he would be, because that, you know, obviously Emma knows who it is. I hope. You know, so that obviously impacts her decision making and her relationship with Henry and her relationship with everyone in Storybrooke and anyone she comes in contact with in a sense. So it was something that I kind of needed to know for my own research and backstory in order to start playing Emma.
So I'll ask this, and I'm not going to say a name, but is it somebody perhaps we've met before?
Well, we can't tell.
Ah! Drink up.
But it's either someone you've met or haven't.
When Emma was fighting the dragon in the finale, we saw the shattered remnants of Snow White's casket, the glass casket. So from that, I guess we're to assume that that's the remnants of Storybrooke down there. Is that correct? Is that what we're supposed to take from that?
Well, I think
I'm not Fairy Tale Land, not Storybrooke.
obviously we saw last year there was some bleed through as if the two worlds were touching.
And that is something that we are going to explore, why certain things came over and for what reasons.
Okay. Are you still going to tell two different tales?
Yeah, you know what? The show this year is not going to change from the one you loved last year. We are just going to move forward with deeper stories and get more into the characters, but we are still going to go back and forth, and we're going to meet some new people along the way.
Well, a lot of you became action stars this year. I don't know if you signed up for that, the bruises and scars that were to come. And Lana and Ginnifer, in your climactic finale scene, I heard that it got a little rough. How much of that was stunt doubles, and tell us about
Well,
that?
there weren't any stunt doubles.
Yeah.
We did it.
Yeah, there was
We kicked each other's asses.
We successfully hurt ourselves, I think.
We did. I could throw myself into that. Don't worry about it. Cut to a huge bruise on the back of my arm, and Jen had a few of her own.
Yeah, everyone was so worried that we'd actually hurt each other. We're like, no, we hurt ourselves. Because she would throw herself forward, and then I would throw myself back, and then we had all these crazy bruises.
But we're very careful not to hurt each other.
Yeah, didn't hurt each other, just hurt ourselves.
They had bruises all over, and Adam and I saw it, and we ran on the set, and we said, "Who did this to you?"
And it was each other.
It was kind of fun, actually, to show my bruises off, I have to admit. I felt like a real badass.
Who else got some bruises and scrapes this season?
I've had a few, for sure.
Josh is lucky to have a hand. Ginny's lucky to have an eye.
I ended up in the hospital.
Yeah.
Episode 3. Right before remember in episode 3, the net scene where Charming strings up Snow White? I am conveniently covering my eye through that entire scene with one of the pieces of rope because I had just come back from the emergency room and gotten a number of stitches. I was very proud.
Came back to work the same day. Wow,
That's proud.
Snow White trooper.
We're in the scene, we're all like, we all got hurt.
And
We're gonna
did I
get
hear-
hurt this
It is a
season.
safety package. We do try.
Ginny, did I hear that you, when you were horseback riding, there was also something with that, or?
No, that was the day that I ended up in stitches. But
Oh.
all I was saying, it involved my flying and someone else on a horse.
Oh, okay. Without saying what it is there something that any of you have to do in the first episode that you're a little worried about?
Act.
Well, you got that.
Melding these two characters together? Yeah, that's gonna be easy, I think.
Well, I know we're not supposed to play favorites, but I really do love to hate one of you. And I was hoping... Eddie and Adam, Lana, if you wouldn't mind, I'm going to pass this down. If you would just say this line that we've heard you say on the show, just take a moment and find your inner queen.
I will destroy you. If it is the last thing I do.
Well, Lana, since you did that for us, I feel that it's only fair for us to do something for you. Tomorrow happens to be your birthday. You guys may not be able to sing, but I bet we can, right? Let's do it.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Lana. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. Wow, thank you.
Lana, tell us, who are these evil regals?
Where
Sorry.
are my evil regals out there? Stand up, evil regals! Show yourselves! That's it? Alright, even if you're not an evil regal, stand up! Pretend to be one! Okay! We are converting some of you. Crossing over to the dark side as of today. Welcome. Yes, so my evil regals are out there somewhere.
Tell us, how did you find out about them, and what did they do? How did they communicate with you?
Via Twitter.
Okay.
It's really a community to rip hearts out and actually think.
They're my gang, my posse. Thank you.
Are they
I
your
love them.
minions?
I love them. I communicate with them quite often on Twitter. And they've done so many incredible things. Like, a lot of them have become good friends. They travel to see each other. Yeah, they have a health challenge. It was our hiatus, and they decided to get healthy. So they came up with this thing called the Evil Regal Get Healthy Challenge. And some people have lost, many of them have lost weight. And I decided I should jump on board. So I quit smoking, and that was 6 months ago. Denial of it for so long, and then I saw my evil regals getting healthy. I thought I better do the same thing.
You quit smoking only to have your producers fill your lungs with purple smoke.
Exactly.
In the very last scenes. You know, if you want to, whoever wants to say their Twitter handle so you can get some new followers today. If anyone wants to say that, feel free. If you want to share that.
On there, I think.
Yeah. And all the fans even, as there are the Evil Regals, all of the fans requested names.
Yes, that's how it started.
And so we had our fans vote on what they wanted their names to be, and I literally went through every single response and made a tally. So like she did. So like my @Ginnifer Goodwin followers are now called the Fairest.
Aww.
What are yours?
Charmers.
The Charmers. That's @Josh Dallas.
Oh my God, I love you too.
Well, Josh and Ginny, we actually talked. You had a moment where you were filming that climactic scene, and you had an audience, actually.
Yes.
Tell us about your fears and concerns in filming that scene when you were being observed.
I don't know if I had any fears or concerns about it, but it was certainly different, you know, doing the scene with a barricade of 40, 50 people sitting there watching you. Normally it's just the crew and the cameras.
When we were what I was nervous about was that the end beat of our recognizing each other
yeah.
would be leaked, and I thought that that would be a shame because I would think it would be more satisfying as an audience member to not know that the curse would be broken at the end of the finale. And so I wanted, because we were yelling Snow and Charming, and I bet we had more than, I bet we had 100, 150 people, because we had people barricaded in all the different corners. And I was like, what words look like Snow and Charming that we can yell, and then we can, loop it later, we can ADR it later with the proper names. And we were coming up with...
I think they were just noisy.
Some good ones.
Joe Farming.
Yeah,
Joe Farming.
Farming!
It's like that.
You guys just needed me there. I could have solved the problem.
Well, Meghan, down there, might I first say what big eyes you have today?
Thank you.
What lovely eyes. Now that magic is coming to Storybrooke, is it possible that you could turn into a wolf and start feasting on people in Storybrooke?
Well, is that not the biggest question? That would be bad.
Who would you most want to feast on first if you had the choice?
Oh. Now, who would be the tastiest? Someone handsome. I don't know, I'll have to think about that. Dr. Whale, maybe.
Dr. Whale, okay.
He wasn't too nice to Ruby.
Maybe I guess next week you're getting the red streak, or how does that work exactly?
The red streaks? Those are actually clip-ins.
Oh.
If anybody wants to, don the red streak, you can go out and buy some.
Is anybody there? Are they copying the red streak look? Is anyone? Not yet?
To market this could be called like Reds. I know. It's very red today. Red and black.
Ruby's Reds.
Ruby's Reds.
Ruby's Reds.
There you go. I like it.
Well, Emilie, one person who really wanted to be here today, who couldn't be here, is Robert Carlyle. We love him. How do you keep a straight face when he's doing his
There's many takes. Okay. No, he's wonderful. He's probably my most enjoyable co-star to work with in any job I've had, really. He's I don't know, just very charismatic, and yes, all through the makeup and the craziness, though, he's just this incredible guy, and does a wonderful job.
Well, I thought the episode that introduced you was my favorite episode of the year. I thought it was just absolutely beautiful the way that was told. When they gave you the look, the yellow dress, did you feel like you had been painted into a Disney movie?
Yeah, the wardrobe department is insane on this. I walked in and I think they make basically a wedding dress in 3 days, constantly through this season. They're wonderful, and it was a kind of a really cool moment actually, and the blue one too, because that's really significant as well.
Well, I was worried because I so fell in love with you as Belle, and you had shot a pilot, and as much as I wanted that to go, I really wanted you to stay in Storybrooke. Was there a contingency plan, guys? How are you going to steal Belle away so you can continue telling these stories?
Dark magic.
Yeah.
No, we didn't have to resort to that, but we're very, very happy to have Emilie aboard.
Yeah.
It all worked together. Emilie, if you could play with any of your lost co-stars in Storybrooke, who would you pull along?
Oh God, that's a hard question. Really.
Wouldn't it be the Aaron the baby?
No, the baby's been through enough.
Squirrel baby?
Poor child.
Russo can run out of a house and steal him?
No, I think it would be fun to play with Terry. Even
Yeah.
though I know he's busy on 666 Park.
Yeah.
That follows that.
But maybe that kind of intertwines the story somehow.
Well, we need to get to some questions from you guys, but quickly I want to do a speed round of possible characters we could see come play with you guys. So, just about 4 or 5 names here. Little Mermaid.
I'd like to see it.
Love that.
Someday.
Someday, okay, all right. Cruella de Vil.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah?
That's a good idea.
Okay. Winnie the Pooh. Huh? Oh, yeah. And then lastly, what about Goofy?
I think Goofy is probably going to be Henry's father, so I think...
Gotta give Emma more credit here. I mean, seriously.
Emma did say she had a past.
We didn't raise her.
Don't tell the female Goofy.
Like she's got some taste.
Oh, what, you don't like Goofy now? Wears a vest. He wears a vest.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Very sweet and gentle.
Andy makes mixtapes.
I don't like where this is going. Move on.
So we're going to jump to you guys. We do ask these no Goofy and Emma questions, though. Go ahead, who's first?
Oh, good.
Wow.
Hi.
I love your show. I've been getting everybody to watch it, whether they have to go on Hulu or wherever they have to go. Watch it. Brilliant.
Thank you.
Thank you. My question is, what about Bay? Will he be coming on? And I'm thinking he might be Emma's baby daddy.
I will say that, you know, what happened to Bay is definitely one of the dangling threads from last season, and I would be awfully disappointed if I had to wait another season to find out.
Cool.
Thank you. I was wondering, are you guys more like your fairy tale characters or your storybook characters, and how?
You mean in real life?
I turn into a wolf when it's midnight. Watch
I think it depends on the day.
I sometimes wish I were more like my character.
I wish I were more like Snow. I'm probably more like Mary Margaret, and I wish I was more like Snow.
Yeah, I think I need to be a little more like her.
Hey, Lana.
Charming.
Lana, have you ever had a child like run in fear when he saw you in a mall? Or...
Yeah, children do run from me. So do some adults. In fact, a lot of people run from me.
We're starting a support group for Lana this year.
We'll have sign-ups afterwards.
Lots of hugs.
Thank you.
Thanks. I think the Joker has a question.
Nice costume.
Thank you. I wanted to say thank you for putting on a show that's both compelling and safe for me to watch with my children. I'm interested to know what was your favorite fairy tale growing up and why?
For me, it was Peter Pan because I never want to grow up.
For me, it was Snow White. The movie was the first movie I ever saw on it, and it terrified me.